All right. Hey, team. Welcome to our weekly Monday Night Huddle. I'm Amber Ike. Thanks so much for jumping on. I know with this time change, it can kind of seem later than normal. And shout out to Sabrina because she's on the East Coast, you guys. That's like technically like midnight over there. Not really, but it feels probably like it is. So welcome, 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 and thanks for jumping on live. Just a couple quick announcements, you guys. We have a Facebook opportunity event tomorrow night, a team-wide one. So make sure you guys are using that to invite your friends and family. You may feel like, oh, it's tomorrow night, it's too late to invite people. Actually, like I feel like for my friends, when I reach out to them right before the event, like the day of or the day before, they're more inclined to join the event because they know what their schedule's like. They don't have it filled up just yet if they're free. So that's tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard. And we are going to be having live testimonies from people on our team. And that's just a really fun and interactive way to get people to hear what our products are doing for people. And there are going to be giveaways. So it's a great way to get your people plugged in to learn more. So that's tomorrow night. The link is in our team page. I just posted it again today. Okay, you guys, the block party, we're starting that. It's actually like starting now. Obi just got out his block, so he's getting ready to take his block before bed. So I'm excited to see how this goes for people. It's always different when you're changing up products or whatnot. So just listen to your body, of course. But basically the block party, we're just starting it today until the end of the month, November 30th. And the thing behind it is just taking one block before bed and one block in the morning. And then you can choose if you want to take one or two blocks before your biggest meal during the day. But people have been seeing great results. And so for a lot of us, we already have block on hand. So make sure that if you want to be a part of it, I posted a graphic on our team page, and we're just going to use that one graphic and just share results and tips from there. So it's kept in one spot. And then should we all have amazing results, then this is something that we could reach out to friends and family, in the future to definitely try out as well. So that starts tonight. Who has their block on hand? Does everyone have block? If you don't, just start when you get it. And make sure you take your measurements. I know a lot of people forget to do that, so make sure you take those measurements to see if you've lost inches. Let's see. You guys, next Sunday night is going to be our first Sunday night hustle. I believe that's the 20th. So the whole gist behind the Sunday night hustle is it's going to be like a live power hour. We're going to jump on here via Zoom from 8:30 to 9:30 Central Standard and just work our businesses. For some of us, you may show up to that and you want to use that time to plan and prepare and fill out whatever tracker system you're using. And for some of us, if you come with your tracker ready to go, then you can use that hour to really just reach out and get the bulk of your reaching out and following up done in 1 hour on a Sunday night. You guys, the whole goal to that is when you have a plan and you put the action in with it, then imagine Tuesday rolls around and you have an extra 30 minutes. You can reach out to people, and that's just in addition to the people that you've already reached out to. So it's a really great time for us just to focus on activity. I don't know if you guys have been using this tracker, but it's the Mama Makes Maui tracker. And I know it's not going to work for everyone's brains, but for mine, I literally did my power hour today and got through my list, and it was incredible. So Sunday Night Hustle is next Sunday, and we will be doing that a few Sundays of the month. Let's see. And then you guys, next week's huddle is going to be with Amy and Eric Paul. I don't know if Eric's going to join us, but I know for sure Amy's going to be on here. So depends on if he's watching the kids or not. But next Monday night, Amy Paul, she's a diamond. She just came and spoke to our local Houston team last week. Amazing. The girl is like a spitfire. She is unapologetic. Like, she makes no excuses. She has 7 kids. They're the ones who are traveling the United States in the Plexus bus. She's road schooling her 7 kiddos, and she and her husband both ranked to diamond in less than 2 years. So completely life-changing for her family. But she will be on next week's Huddle. So make sure you tune in live for that, because she will have time for questions and answers, and she tells it like it is. So whatever questions you have, she will answer. Okay, so tonight, you guys, I titled it, Where Are You Growing? / Where Are You Going? Where Are You Growing? Okay, and I'm pretty much going to read my notes because I have a feeling I'm going to get out of breath. You guys, I'm like out of breath. This is really ridiculous. I'm sitting still and I'm out of breath. Okay, so you guys, they say network marketing, we've heard this before, that it's just a journey of personal growth that happens to have a compensation plan attached to it. And that is so true. Does anyone feel like they've had to grow at some point on this journey to get to the next step? Yeah. One thing I've realized along this journey, you guys, is that no one makes it to diamond without growing along the way. But growth takes intention. Usually growth doesn't just happen. Usually we have to, have a teachable spirit. We have to require a hunger that the best version of ourselves is possible. But you guys, this is the cool thing about this. You get to become a better version of yourself along the way. And that's not only going to positively affect your paycheck, which obviously, is a part of that goal, but it's going to affect positively your relationships, your confidence, opportunities in life outside of Plexus, and your outlook on life. So you growing on this journey is going to affect so much more than just your Plexus business. Hang on a second. Okay. So there are definitely several ways that we can grow along this journey, but the 3 I'm going to highlight tonight are experiences, relationships, and resources. I feel like those are 3 areas that'll help us to grow. So experiences, relationships, and resources. Many times we put off certain experiences because we don't feel prepared enough for that certain task. You guys all know what those are for you. Maybe that's doing your IPA, reaching out to people. Maybe you don't feel prepared, so you hold back from reaching out to people. Maybe posting on Facebook, you don't feel prepared for that. Maybe you've been asked to share your story at an opportunity event and you just don't feel up to the task. Whatever that case may be for you, but unless you put yourself out there, you'll never grow in that area. A lot of times those things you have to fail forward. You have to just do it, and that's where the growth happens. You're never going to be fully prepared for those types of things. You just kind of have to go with it and learn along the way, right? Have you all had a moment in your Plexus career where you feel like you just had to put yourself out there and just hope for the best? Those are those experiences that the only way you're going to grow is by pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. But the good news is, you guys, even though we fail forward, this journey is about progress, not perfection. A few of us are reading John Maxwell's book, Failing Forward, which is a great book if you haven't read it yet. Such a good book. But he was actually saying, basically, you'll never arrive in any area of your life. You're always going to be learning. You're always going to be growing. And that can be encouraging, but it can also be discouraging. You're like, man, so I'm going to reach out to all these people all the time in my IPA, and I'm never going to fully arrive. You're always going to be learning. And so I think that can kind of take the pressure off of you, that you don't have to have the perfect script. You don't have to have the perfect answers. You don't have to just have the perfect system. You're going to be failing forward, and every experience you put yourself in and allow yourself to be in is going to grow you into that better person along the way. Okay, let's see. A lot of times the fear of failure keeps us stuck and pulls us back from stepping into new experiences. But fail forward. The only way to grow and to reach your goals is by taking a step in the right direction and trusting that it will grow you into the person you need to become along the way. Another key area that helps us to grow is relationships. Relationships can definitely help us to grow. You guys, Jim Rohn says that we are the average of the 5 people we are closest to. Think about that, you guys. The 5 people that you are closest to, you are an average of those people. So that shows you how important it is to be surrounding yourself with people that are going to pour into your life and to build you up and to make you a better version of yourself. So who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you allowing to speak into your life? Who are you allowing to speak into your dreams or your future success? Choose wisely, because it's very, very important. If you find yourself surrounded by the naysayers, the complainers, people who thrive on drama, we all know those people, right? There's just some people who just love them some drama and they can't help it. But if those are the people that you're surrounding yourselves with, chances are that environment is stifling your growth and success. It is important to be mindful of who you allow to influence you. One thing that has been huge for me in my growth has been to surround myself with others that are hungry, teachable, dreamers, visionaries, and optimists. Surround yourself with people that want more out of life. You know, a lot of us, we're surrounded by people who just are okay with their circumstances, which I definitely am a believer in being content and satisfied with like what we've been blessed with. But to just settle there, you know, I'm a firm believer that the best is yet to come. You guys know I say that all the time. God has so much more in store for us, and not just for our own benefit, but to be a bigger blessing to other people. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that want more out of life, people that are on a mission to thrive and not just survive. We all know those people that are just surviving the day, you know, getting through Monday through Friday just to make it to the weekend. We don't want to be those type of people, and we don't want to be surrounded by those type of people. And you'll start to see yourself growing into a person that sees possibility where others just see problems. So you guys, along this journey, there are definitely going to be obstacles, you know, but when you're surrounding yourself with people that bring you up, you start to see those obstacles as just opportunities to grow. You know, like the back office stuff that happened, you know, like, yes, those were obstacles, but those were also opportunities for us to focus on other areas of our business and, you know, growing into a better leader and whatnot. So obstacles will become opportunities when you're surrounding yourself with the right people. And the other area that we have an opportunity to grow is through resources, books, videos, audio CDs, team trainings, you know, jumping on huddles and whatnot. We are constantly being inundated with information everywhere we turn, a lot, you know, so much so that we probably don't even realize it at times. The news, radio, magazines, etc. Those resources are highly influential in our lives, but typically not super beneficial. Anytime you turn on the news, like chances are like 95% that it's negative, right? So make the conscious decision that you will be in charge of the information you feed your brain and your soul every single day. Find resources that speak to you, that inspire you to be better than the day before. You guys, maybe you relate to a specific diamond ambassador. That's the cool thing about our business is there's so many different types of successful people that you can really find those people that you connect with and you can relate with, and seek out their YouTube channel, you know, find their YouTube channel, read all their video or watch all their videos, read whatever they're putting out there on social media. And just, you know, watching all their stuff every chance you can get. Yeah, one thing Jim Rohn says, he says, don't just wish you were better, or no, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. I love that, you guys. A lot of times people are like, oh, it didn't work for me. You know, I'm just not a salesperson. I'm not this, I'm not that. I mean, we have such an amazing opportunity in our hands that, yes, we could just throw excuses out there and be like, I'm not good enough. I'm not, you know, a salesperson. I'm not this, I'm not that. Or we can suck it up. We can grow. We can utilize the resources around us and become that better person, so you can capitalize on this amazing opportunity in our hands and use it to bless countless people along the way. Okay, so let me see. Growth doesn't just happen on accident. Like I said, you guys, you have to be intentional. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I really didn't start the personal growth journey until probably 1 year ago. And I wish I would have started from day one. But I didn't think it was that important, you know? I was like, oh, yeah, that's something you do when you have all this extra free time on your hands. So it's time to surround yourself with personal growth stuff. But it's so hugely important. Okay, so we must be intentional with our own personal growth journey, and we can do that by focusing on experiences, relationships, and resources that will bring us to new heights. Some of us are just so focused on going to the top. You know, we see that next rank or we see diamond and we're like, okay, that's where I'm going. But it's not enough. When you switch your mindset to growing to the top instead of just going to the top, the journey becomes a lot more exciting and enjoyable. So I would love to hear from you guys. Just think about it. What are some areas that you want or need to grow in? And I'm not talking about like focusing on weaknesses and areas that just, you know, yes, I think that those things are great to get better at, but just think of general areas that you know that you need or want to grow in, and what can you do to facilitate that growth, whether it's an experience that would help you. You know, like for a lot of us, we feel like we could be better speakers. Well, there are groups out there that are destined for that kind of stuff, like Toastmasters. You know, maybe we feel like we need to get better at networking and having influence. There are groups out there that help you with that kind of stuff. You know, joining your local chamber of commerce and, you know, learning what it's like to be a business owner and whatnot, meeting other business owners. So what can you do to facilitate that growth in that area that you need to grow? Whether it's an experience that you're going to start doing, relationships, maybe there's certain people that can help you in that area or mentor you, or resources that can help you. So like, for example, there's leadership, recruiting, branding and social media, network marketing. Most of us don't have an idea what network marketing is before Plexus. Or having influence. So, but take ownership of your personal growth journey and own the places you will go and grow. And I just wanted you guys to think about this. What if you focused, like what if every month you went into the month focused on what you're going to try to get better at that month, what you're going to learn, what you're going to experiences that you're going to allow yourself to partake in to grow in that area. You guys, there's 12 months in a year. That could be 12 different areas that you've read books on, you've listened to audios, you've watched videos, you've asked for help from people that you admire that are good at those things. Say you did that every single month and you really focused on growing on this journey. You guys, that's incredible. After 1 year, think about the person that you would be at the end of that year. It's really exciting when you think about, wow, I could really grow into this person. Instead of just going through the motions, why don't we like grow through them? So